Here I am again. Kinda just, done a lot of talking with my mother, done a lot of talking with my partner. Things are going well. We're gonna discuss lots of stuff, me and him. We're gonna give him some lore of why I am the way I am. And I'm not singing in tune with these notes because my ear pump is on and I've got my noise cancelling headphones on as well. That's okay. Now that I think I'm concentrating a little bit more, I'm finding that I'm actually singing kind of more in tune. So things are good in my life. Fuck, I went too fast there, that's okay. So things are good as they can be in my life. I still have a job, still have friends and shelter. I have a lot of stuff and I'm grateful for it all. And that's all I have to say on that subject. So yeah, things aren't bad between me and my boyfriend. He wants to learn me and I want to teach him. I hope that he understands that the way I am is not his fault, mostly, but I'm gonna blank that part out. Look, I'm not gonna blank it out. I'm just gonna say that when we dated, things weren't that great. Back in 2020, he was a dick, and I was emotionally fucked up, and a dick. Emotionally, I was not mature, even though I thought I was, and it was quite bad. He hurt me a lot, and he knows that, and I came to realize later that I hurt him too. And so we've done a lot of work already on our relationship, and I've matured, and so has he. And so I hope that things are... Fuck, I lost my train of thought because I played the wrong fucking chords. How did my progression go? I don't think that was it. Maybe it was. And then I go to the D, and back to the G, and into the E minor, and into the A minor, and into the D. So anyway, another thing is that I'm stoned. I have to admit it. Right now I'm high on weed, and the people that know me and worry about me and who might possibly ever see these will be like, oh my god, she's a drug addict. Her life's gonna be ruined forever if she smokes weed. And yes, I'm a drug addict, and I am at massive risk, more than so than anyone much else in my life. And I know that, and I also have a positive relationship with Psychedelic drugs. When I was a teenager, I smoked a fuckload of weed, and it sent me into psychosis for a number of years. It was honestly like a 10-year-long bad trip, even though 4 years was spent completely sober. Only very recently I had an acid trip, and it really helped me out, but obviously it didn't fix everything, and that's what I expected, but I didn't also expect to crash down this hard, but I have. But smoking weed has become, for some fucking reason, a fairly positive experience for me, and compared to the horrors of the ninth dimension that I used to experience when I smoked the weed, to have it as a positive psychedelic substance for me is really, really good. But the thing is, if I smoke it too much or too often, I will most certainly descend into what a lot of stoners do, which is never do anything with my time, stop going to work because I'm so tired, and ruin my life that way, and that's how I get into harder drugs again. So what I really need is self-discipline, and at the moment I'm doing okay with it, but honestly I'm also doing really poorly in parts. I'm staying up far too late and getting far too little sleep, so I have to have a lot of self-discipline with weed. But I just want people to know that it's not the drug that's harming me, it's my decisions around how I take that drug. And with psychedelics like acid, weed and mushrooms, I want to have them in my life, but not very often. But that does not apply to other drugs. I can never do heroin ever again. That would be really terrible, and I would ruin my life, and I've come close twice since actually getting clean to really ruining my life again, and I'm really glad I didn't. So anyway, that's just an example of the drugs that have no place in my life. Alcohol is also part of that, and I am having trouble letting it go a little bit. I don't drink very often at all, but it's starting to creep back in, and I'm noticing that I'm just a bit of a fucking dickhead when I'm drunk, even when I'm being endearing. And like, that's not me having this revelation for the first time, but post getting sober, I'm like, oh, you're not just embarrassing because you're a fucked up drug addict, you're just an embarrassing drunk. And that's like really embarrassing, but it also makes me feel really bad and act in ways I don't really like because I'm self-aware, but I'm drunk, so I can't stop being a weird dick or whatever I am. So you know, alcohol is not for me, but weed every so often in tiny amounts, and acid or mushrooms every few years, I think that would be me. So I just need the self-discipline now, or I'll really ruin my fucking life. So that's my massive tangent in this song about smoking weed, because I felt like I had to be honest in my own music, and I do. That is true for me specifically. Did I mention I'm autistic? Did I mention I'm autistic? Did we mention that I have autism as well as a lot of other things, but I'm most certainly autistic? That's quite a lot. It's really quite intense to be autistic. So, me and my partner, we're gonna have a cool chat. I'm gonna give him my law. Hopefully that will be that. He's a really lovely person, and I want to be the best version of myself I can, because I like living my life. I have a lot of problems, but I'm working on them, and I hope I hope that becomes obvious to myself and the people that I love. Wow. I mean, I'm learning. Wow, I'm learning to play the harp. Well, that's so cool. What the hell? God, I was in such a bad fucking mood yesterday. Jesus fucking Christ, it was a really, really bad mood. It was also just started off as a really just overwhelmingly fucked up mood, and wow, I was overwhelmed and far too over-socialized. I'd spent a lot of time with people, and I have been doing that for quite a while, and I've been getting sick from it, really unwell, and now I've reached a breaking point where I need to recharge myself. So yeah, I'm working on my problems, and I hope you can see that, and I hope that things work out between us, and I want to learn him too. I hope I'm doing a good job of that. We're very, very different. We're very, very different, and I hope that in time he will open up more of himself to me, and I will understand exactly what he needs from me, and I want to do it right. I have a lot of respect for this person, and I really want to do it right, and I really want to fucking die, but the thing is, I actually don't. I don't want to die at all, but my body still just feels and says that, and it feels true, sure, in like a funny way, but when my emotions get really fucked up, it still feels true in a true way, and I never do anything about it because I actually don't want to die. But yeah, sometimes this relationship triggers a response in me that makes me want to die because I cherish it so damn much, and if it ended, it feels like I would die. So I already sometimes in really bad moments feel like I am dying already. And what I mean by that is like when you feel like you're dying, like you're crying so much and you're feeling so much that you literally feels like dying, because I'm really sensitive. So anyway, yeah, that's what I mean. If anyone ever has any questions about what the fuck I mean, you can just contact me if you want through this YouTube video, and I can explain my emotional state if that interests you. So yeah, I want to learn this man, and I hope I do it well, and I really hope he shows me how, and I hope that he actually also tells me how, tells me how. I hope he tells me how, because I'm a verbal person, but I am doing my absolute darndest to notice the non-verbal cues he gives me, and the verbal ones as well. We just speak very different languages, and I really, really do love him, and I want it to work. I think that was the end of the song. Okay, hopefully that picked up my voice. Yippee, let's go!